Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song by Bruno Mars called Grenade. And we're going to kind of start off in root position, then we're going to end up capoing on fifth to kind of match the recording. So we're going to kind of walk through some of this stuff in root position. When you start off on an A minor chord, and actually while you're on A minors in general, it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger and make that an A sus2, or you could add in the pinky and make it an A suspended chord. Or you could even kind of take the A minor shape and lift off the third finger and make it an A minor 7. Or you could take the pinky and add it in on the high E third and make it an A minor 7 that way. And then from the A minor on our verse, we end up going to an E minor chord, kind of working the E minor as kind of an arpeggio. But through the song, you may want to kind of add in the third finger on the B string, third pinky on the high E string, and kind of make that an E minor 7. Or if you kind of dig on this, you could even kind of work that as kind of just that G string on the third fret E minor. And there's this cool little arpeggio on the intro, actually, and through the verse, where you could kind of play the B string, G string, and the D string of the A minor chord. And we do that twice, and then we kind of play the B string and the G string. I'm kind of doing that hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick for my bass or my D string and kind of my fingers to fill in the other notes. But you maybe want to kind of work that as kind of a finger style thing too. You can kind of play around with that. And then we kind of lift off for the E minor chord and do that same arpeggio. So you may want to kind of follow that line through that intro part or through that verse part. And then at the very end, after that E minor chord, we end up with kind of a hit on an E major chord. So you could kind of work that as kind of a big move down and kind of kill the strings. Or if you wanted to give that E a little bit more bite, you could lift off the third finger and make that an E7 chord, or you could add in the pinky on the B string and make that an E7 that way. So you may want to kind of play around with that through the verse. Now if you're digging on more of a strumming kind of idea, you could kind of do this as kind of an 8 down on each chord and kind of add some muting if you wanted to kind of work it that way. And that could be cool and sneaky. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So you could kind of take the A minor, just try that a lot. Just that down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So try that through the verse. You have the A minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, A minor, E minor. We've got our E hit. Or another strum pattern, especially later on through the song, I gravitate towards something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now the down, down, up, kind of divides that into 2 parts. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the A minor and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're going up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down. Enough, that could be a very, very cool thing to kind of work through the tune. And a cool variation of that would be kind of a down, up, 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 down. So we tried that through the verse. You can really work any of those patterns if you're kind of digging on that 16th feel. Or you can even kind of alternate between those 2 ideas. That could be kind of a cool idea too. From that verse, then we'd be going into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on the A minor, and then we go to an F major chord. You might want to kind of work that as a bar F major, or if you're just starting out, you could do that as an F major 7. And then from the F we go to a C major chord, which on C's in general it can be kind of cool to lift off the first finger and make that a C major 7, or you could add the pinky and make it a C major 9, or there's another voicing for C major 9 you may want to play around with. And then from the C we go to G major, and so you could kind of work just the regular root position G major, or if you're digging on kind of adding in the third finger on the B string, third, pinky on the high E, you can kind of work your G that way. And we had kind of halving those chords, and you could do that with kind of that down idea, and kind of work it as kind of a 3 plus 5, or even kind of a 4 idea, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could work kind of a down, down, up on each of those chords. Or you could split the down, down, up different ways too. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you could kind of half that pattern too. Or if you're digging on the other 16th, we're doing that 4 times, and then we kind of end up on our F major and a G, and then we take our C and we half that with the E, A minor and a G, and then back on F, and we do a big E hit, kind of at the end of the chorus. And then we'll basically be repeating those parts until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge, we go to D minor, and then from the D minor, we go to an A minor chord, and then from the A minor, we go back to D minor, and then there's kind of this big E hit where you may want to take the E major and kind of work it down, down, down through that bridge part. Now the weird part is, to play along with Bruno Mars, instead of starting on an A minor chord, he's starting on a D minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 5th fret, then now your A minor is really a D minor chord, and your E minor is really an A minor chord, and your E major is really an A major chord, and your F is really a B flat major, and your G major is really a C major, and your C major is really an F major, and the A minor is really a D minor, and the D minor is really a G minor. But to take it from the very beginning, you may want to kind of start off with kind of that arpeggio idea. That could be a cool way to kind of work it through that first verse. So you want to kind of play around with that. A minor, kind of breaking up the chord, and then the E minor, and then we got our E major hit. Or you could work that, kind of working those down as kind of an idea. Or even the down, down, up, down, up. Or you could work between those 16th patterns. So A minor, E minor, and then kind of our big E hit to lead into our pre-chorus. And then on our pre-chorus part, we got that A minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, A minor, and then we go to F, and we do a big E hit to lead into our chorus part. And then we're kind of halving our A minor, F, C, and G 4 times. So you can kind of work that with kind of that down, down, up, or the down idea. Or you can even kind of split the pattern different ways. Or you can work the 16th pattern. Kind of play around with that. And then we end up with kind of our F major chord, and a G major chord, and then we have our C to E, and then our A minor to G, and then we end up on our F, and then kind of our big E hit to lead back into our intro part. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, of the down, down, up, down, up, you could throw in a bass for the chord. So on the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have low E for the bass. On the E major, you'd have low E for the bass. And on the F, you'd have the low E for the bass and the bar F. On the F major 7, you'd have the D for the bass. On the G, you'd have low E for the bass. And on the D minor, we'd have the D string for the bass. That intro part, you could work it as kind of a bass down, up, down, up kind of an idea on that intro return. E minor. And then from that, then we go into kind of our next verse. So we have our A minor, A minor, E minor, E minor, A minor, E minor, kind of the E major hit. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, you can make that kind of a bass down, down, up, down, down, up, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, or bass, bass, down, down, bass, down, up. Or if you're digging on the other 16th, you can make it a bass, up, bass, up, down, down. You can kind of add basses to that. So we verse with the 16th bass pattern, we'd have the A minor, A minor, go into our pre-chorus part. So we could kind of keep that going with our bass down, up, down, up. And have the A minor, or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, it'd be a cool way to kind of fill that time too. To lead into our next chorus. And you could kind of add basses to that and make it kind of a bass down up through the halving part. Or you can add basses kind of halving the pattern. Bass, down, up, or same thing with the 16th pattern. So we'll kind of play around with those ideas. Then we get back on our F major chord, and our G, and then we got our half of C, E, and our A minor, G, and our F, and then kind of E to lead into our bridge part. And on our bridge, we start on the D minor. Then we got an A minor. And our E hit. Oh, well, yeah, rhythmically that wasn't quite right, but right. And then from there, then we go into kind of a little piece of our like a bridge tag actually, where we kind of have the A minor chord. And then we go to an F major chord, and then we do another E hit to lead into our last chorus. And then we got our A minor, F, C, G, 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 F, G, our C, minor, G, F, and our E hit. And then from there, then we go into our outro, which is kind of like our intro part on the verse. Kind of an A minor idea, and our E minor. And if you're kind of digging on this, you can even kind of work that, kind of adding in the basses on that first note. And that might be kind of a cool way to kind of work that too, kind of adding in the basses. A minor, to kind of make people clap at the very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Grenade by Bruno Mars. So good luck!